many team meetings would you have a week, for example? And how's that broken up in terms of organisation? Like overall, one company meeting maybe. Is there an asynchronous, recorded video sent out once a week by the boss, CEO, founder? And then do you have individual sort of smaller team meetings? What's that look like in a week?
Yeah, so I can speak I run partnerships, but that's part of the marketing department.
Yep.
And so I can speak for the marketing department, other kind of like engineering and product and support. They have kind of like different setups. But from my personal experience, what my week looks like, we usually start the week with a marketing meeting in which we kind of like update ourselves into what we worked on the past week, what we're intending to work on this week, any blockers, anything that we might need from other coworkers. That's kind of like the right time to bring it up. And that usually happens on Mondays. And then I typically have one-on-ones with the marketing director, with the CEO, with the co-founders. That's either on a weekly basis or on a bi-weekly basis. And then on a monthly basis, we have one kind of like the all hands meeting, in which the whole company kind of share updates. Obviously, on top of that, there's always ad hoc meetings that pop up, but that's kind of like the main structure. And another thing is that since we have colleagues working in many different time zones, we try to keep communication as asynchronous as possible, in the sense that, unless something is truly urgent, if you get a message from somebody on Slack, that doesn't mean that, they're expecting you to reply right away. It's just, kind of like the easiest way to communicate. That's something that a lot of companies have apparently struggled with, is that they kind of like understood that Slack was like immediate, kind of like a text message. You're supposed to reply right away. Otherwise they would use email. And so that I know that created a lot of friction, in some companies. But yeah, I think that especially if you have a distributed team, having that sense of kind of like, asynchronous work, and your team is remote too, your team is also working from multiple time zones, exactly what I'm referring to. I think that's a key, like knowing that people are working from different places and they have different schedule, and respecting that.